What's good, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Golden 83, and I am here to do an All My Love reading for the sign of Aries. Okay, Aries, you are last but not least on the zodiac lineup for group 3. Hopefully, you guys are doing well. Remember, you guys, these are general messages, not personal. So take what resonates and pass the rest to the next. Okay, so sitting in your energy for quite some time, just to kind of give some space in between you and Aquarius's reading. As if you've been on the channel long enough, you know that sometimes signs end up piggybacking off of each other. Okay, and as I always tell you guys, you share your energy with multiple people who are looking for some insight and some guidance. And so you may have someone that has your sign in their birth chart in a particular placement that's important to them. And so they may end up on your reading, and their energy and what they need may kind of play a part in it. Okay. So I'm just trying something out in the sense of kind of spacing out the readings when I'm, consistently doing them, just to see if there's a kind of like a break of piggybacking. Nonetheless, like I said, within sitting in your energy for a minute, a few cards stuck out, and I'm just going to mention the words of the cards: clock, love, respect, and separation. Okay, so from those few things, I pretty much kind of felt the energy of one or two things. One, that you guys have been a little bit like avoiding spending some or doing some self-care, okay, for yourselves, okay. Kind of loving on yourself, just giving yourself a little bit of, breathing space, because maybe you've been super busy, okay. And so just remember, to love on yourself sometimes, okay, Aries, in between your busy schedule, okay. Now, clock being very prominent still goes the same for the second reasoning, in the sense of feeling as though, for some of you, if it's in regards to a relationship, you may have been kind of detached or separated from your person for a little bit, because of your busy schedule. Nothing in regards to any arguments or anything like that. Didn't feel that kind of energy, but it mostly felt like just needing to spend time with your person. Okay. A little bit of QT. Okay. Like I said, you've been pretty busy with work lately, or they've been busy with work and really haven't had enough time to be alone with each other. So maybe it's time to catch up with that person. Okay. Just for a little bit of R&R. Okay. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into your reading. Um, I feel a shift in the energy a little bit, so I'm going to go ahead and do a light shuffle again for you guys before we get started. Okay. And then I may go hard shuffle just to flush it out a little bit when it comes to the energy of the Aries collective. Okay. Respect. I didn't really touch on too much, because I feel like it's of course, it was within this deck here, positive energy, in the sense of those who are in a relationship and it's been a minute. Okay. It's either vice versa, get in where you fit in, where your person understands, your time and your schedule, and maybe they're just as busy as you are as well. So, it's no big deal, but we always have the ability to find time for those who we truly want to be with. Okay. If you really want to be with someone and you love that person enough, even in friendship, okay, even in friendship, we all make time for what we want and who we want around us. Okay. But sometimes it's not feasible, and that's totally understandable. And whoever is around you definitely understands that and respects your schedule and or boundaries that you may set. Okay. So that covers the respect aspect that came up during your reading, okay, for the Aries collective. So let's go ahead and jump in. One from the top is your energy. One from the bottom is the energy of the situation and or person. And then one energetically from the middle, which I just lost the card that I wanted. I think it's this one here that I want for the energy between you and the situation and or person. Okay, so let's see what's going on with Aries. Okay, so we have compassion in your energy. Then we have friendliness, which I shuffled the deck while I was sitting in your energy, and I just shuffled it again. And friendliness came up in Aquarius, in which was in their energy. Okay, so now it's in the person and or situation's energy in your reading. Okay, so someone's energy is piggybacking from Aquarius into Aries. Okay, Pisces energy fell into Aquarius's energy. Okay, so again, it just tends to roll over, and I shuffled. Okay, next, the energy between the two of you, the situation and or person and yourself, leads to empathy. Okay, leads to empathy. Very beautiful energy. I love this deck to begin with because it is very insightful, in the sense of just being very aware with the messages that are in the deck, and it just speaks positivity. Okay, so I really love this deck. It's really one of my favorites to use, when it comes to the beginning of these readings. So very happy with this deck here. Okay, so let's start with you guys in your energy with compassion. Okay, compassion. Compassion says you demonstrate the language of the heart by actively sharing and living love. Okay, you demonstrate the language of the heart by actively sharing and living love. Okay, so you're a loving person, Aries, when it comes to your person, when it comes to yourself. Okay, show yourself some compassion. Okay, that's probably where you are right now. Hopefully you've kind of shifted and realized already by the time you see this reading that you need to take some time to yourself and live in love right now. Okay, you deserve a little bit of time off. Okay, for others of you that are possibly in a relationship, showing compassion to your person. Okay, in the sense of maybe they've been kind of high strung, if you will, due to their job, or other things that may be kind of keeping them a little bit down. So show some compassion to them. Okay, and to yourself. Let's move forward to friendliness in the situation and or person's energy. Okay, friendliness, which says you are able to recognize traits in common with another in order to forge love-based connections. Okay, thus, like I said, the respect card kind of coming out during your pre-read. Okay, your person or the both of you realizing, again, no qualms, no arguments, no butting heads or anything, or conflict in regards to not being able to see each other. If anything, absence makes the heart grow fonder, as they enjoy the fact that you are a compassionate person and really just need that comfort from you. Okay, and you are always available to give that to them, and just the same, they definitely reciprocate. Okay, so next is why we have empathy. Okay, between the two of you. Okay, the two of you, your energy together brings empathy. That says you feel and understand the emotions of another in the service of love. Okay, you feel and understand the emotions of another in the service of love. Okay, So having empathy is a very big thing, especially in a relationship, because when you know each other so well, you can empathize. Okay. Especially when you've dealt with someone for a really long time and you know their habits, their traits, what they like, what they dislike, um, what pushes their buttons, what brings them joy. Okay. And especially for divine connections, I don't really talk about them very much on here, and that's only because I try to respect other people who maybe hit on divine connections. But usually, with between two divine counterparts, you can kind of just feel each other's energy. You can think of them um, without seeing them, and maybe let's say all of a sudden they call you. Um, or you can feel when something is wrong. That's something that I used to do when I was, dealing with someone. I could tell, or even with just friends, really. I could tell when something was wrong with them, and so I would always, just check on them, not really saying like, "Hey, I feel like something's wrong with you," but just like, "Hey, are you good?" And they may say, "No, I'm really. Could we talk?" or something like that. I'm like, "Okay, cool, fine." And so it's just that innate feeling of empathy for people, and then also a form of empathy, as they used to call it, sympathy pains. When someone tells you that they're hurting, you hurt for them because of the fact that you wish you could do something to help heal them in a way. Okay, even if it is just embracing them with a hug, you feel their pain because you actually truly care about them. That is, as they say, sympathy pains, but it's really empathy. Okay, so really beautiful energy between you and your person. Okay, if you're again not attached, you need to have empathy for yourself. Okay, and don't be so hard on yourself, just in the sense of realizing you need some time to relax a bit. Okay, and not be so hard on yourself. Okay, you are your biggest critic, Aries, so try to have some compassion towards yourself and empathize with what you're dealing with. Okay, usually I'm telling Pisces to take a break, but now it has rotated to Aries. Okay, so let's get into what Aries collective is dealing with at this time as far as what your focus should be, Aries collective. I'm going to also go ahead and just shuffle these just lightly a little bit, and then we'll go into a hard shuffle. Do see soulmates in the chaser in the middle as we separate there. Okay, soulmates, the energy of soulmate did come through on Pisces reading. You could have Pisces in your chart, or possibly dealing with a Pisces. You don't have to, it's just an honorable mention. Okay, I would suggest, if you are someone who is struggling with getting some R&R or trying to figure out what to do for yourself, shameless plug, you can go in the description box below and get the link to my Etsy shop and possibly make your own spiritual or self-care box of your own, with a couple of my products on my line. If you like tea, loose leaf tea is really relaxing. It's a good baseline tea. You can add anything else that you like to it. Sets are very inexpensive in my opinion, and have been reduced recently, so check those out. Also have limited candles that have been reduced. They were 8 and now 4 on my channel. Well, not on my channel, sorry, on my Etsy shop. There's one, as far as passion is concerned, it has geranium in it, so you probably like that one. And then just a nice relaxing bath. Two that are not too much geared towards anything in particular, with the exception of Fall in Love Again, is just, self-care, promoting self-love. And then lavender for just relaxation, so you can give that a try. And just, you know, piddle around in the shop. You might find something you like. Okay, so let's get back into your reading. One from the top and one from the bottom, Aries. You can take both of these for yourself or both towards a situation and or person, or one of each, whatever resonates with you the most. Okay, your first message is keys on a ring. Okay, keys on a ring, which says many options, decision, unconventional, string along, and one night stand. Okay, I don't feel that energy strong within you, Aries. Okay, I do feel a more of an attachment going towards the many options, being very busy. Okay, usually, when someone has too many keys, okay, that means they're extended uh, uh, along multiple places. Okay, and sometimes it raises a red flag in relationships. Okay, because when you see too many keys on someone's key ring, it's like, okay, where all these keys go? Okay, so I don't know whether or not if that's for some of you. By all means, I hope that situation, again, red flag, ask and get the truth, or let yourself assume, Aries. Okay, but don't bring conflict into your relationship. Okay, like I said, I don't really feel that for this group of Aries collective. I feel like it's more so you have a lot of decisions to make, and maybe you are stretching yourself too thin around a different set of environments. Okay, maybe other things are taking up your time, not in the sense of one night stand vibes, in the sense of work, family, friends, and no time for yourself for those particular Aries. Okay, for others of you in a relationship, again, still those same, interferences, where it's maybe time for you to reprioritize where you want to spend your time at and energy. Okay, let's see what your second message is. The golden mirror. Okay, new energy alert. Okay, first time I've seen this one come up. So if you're new to the channel, welcome. I truly appreciate your patronage. Please feel free to subscribe, so that way you can get notified the next time I upload a reading for your sign. Okay, it says self-absorbed, narcissist, one-sided relationship, love bombing. Okay, now this could be for a totally separate set of Aries. So if the first line was more so you, that was the end of your reading. You don't even need to concern yourself with this. Okay, for others of you, if this is more where you are, okay, then this is where you are. Don't pay attention to the first line and focus on this second line. Okay, so self-absorbed, again, if you're dealing with someone and you've been really just high on your horse a lot lately, it's time for you to make a decision on whether or not if you really want to be in a relationship with someone, or if you want to stop stringing someone along. If you have been doing kind of like a one night stand, or smash and dash, if you will, okay, and someone is holding the relationship more at value than the other based off of the one-sided relationship. Okay, so it's time to stop living in vanity and start, especially if you have been wanting to be in a relationship, you need to make a decision. Okay, either it's going to be all about you, or you're going to start paying attention to your relationship. Okay, so let's get into the final outcome of the energy. Again, this time I'm just going to go ahead and do a hard shuffle on this, just to flush out some energy from that second question of what Aries is focusing on. Let's focus on the overall outcome of the energy. Okay, because it's definitely a multiple collection of Aries. Okay, that energy is on this reading. Okay, so We'll do a cut here as well into threes. And I mean, I felt multiple energies when I was cutting the first deck, so not really surprised that the energy kind of did a shift, okay? So one from the top and one from the bottom. Same thing goes here. You can take one for yourself, one for the situation, or both for yourself, or both towards the situation at hand. Whatever resonates for you. Make the effort. Make the effort. Okay, Aries? It says, great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Great love is worth taking the steps you are guided to take. Okay? Such as if you do have multiple keys on a ring, it's time for you to make the effort to get rid of some things, okay? Whether it be people, places, or things, okay? That have been interfering with you having a true relationship, okay? If you are tired of lonely nights, I literally just thought about this earlier today, that this is like pre-cuffing season with with the energy of previous signs from Sagittarius to Aquarius. You, Aries, are the first one to bring energy of this second line here, of multiple, interactions or experiences. So this is like pre-cuffing season. People have probably, connected with people that they truly want to be with, and are making decisions to finally, step into a commitment of some sort. Okay. So whoever you've been considering, possibly Aries, it's time to give them a chance and an opportunity, and make the effort. Okay. Next is true love. Okay. True love. Part of the overall outcome for you, Aries. This is the romance of a lifetime. Okay. I love how this couple is kind of just embracing here, the man supporting the woman, okay, and just her feeling very comforted, okay. And obviously you end up finding, for some of you, you end up finding yourself more willing to come out of the vanity, come out of the golden mirror, okay, if you will, and actually accept this love that is being given to you. Okay. Now, of course, for others of you who are just needing some R&R, you do realize that you need to love on yourself more, and it's definitely necessary. So take a break. Hopefully do some relaxing. If you're normally working or, creating on the weekend, take a break. I do it not a lot, but I try to do some things for myself. Okay. And so it could be something as minuscule as just taking a nice little relaxing bath, or enjoying a movie, or getting some good food, whatever the case may be. Okay. But as far as a person is concerned, for the rest of you that are, about to link up with someone, make the effort, and this person is definitely there for you in all ways possible, as long as you allow them to be. Okay. So with that being said, Aries, that is really all that I have for you guys today. I won't see you guys again until I get through group 1 and 2, which are coming up shortly. If you do know your birth chart placement and you need some kind of extended reading, I would suggest checking out your birth chart placements in another sign that has been previously done, okay? Because that energy is now past, or you can wait until the new readings come out for the next groups. That might be helpful for you, okay? Or check out your previous readings. You can go on my playlist and see what energetically guides you, okay? So until then, Aries, peace.